Aubrey Drake Graham, better known as Drake, is a rapper, singer, and actor from Toronto. He has many different talents and is one of the richest artists in the world. Drake first gained recognition as an actor on the teen drama TV show Degrassi: The Next Generation in the early 2000s. And now, at 31 years old, he's up there with the best in the world and is living a life of true luxury. Hailing from Canada, Drake's career path has surprisingly risen up the ranks to the point where most of us have probably had One Dance or God's Plan stuck in our heads at least once before. This rapper has called himself the best ever, but he wasn't always so confident. But he set himself a goal to make $25 million by his 25th birthday, and he succeeded. As we've already mentioned, Drake's career started when he was a young kid on a Canadian drama series. He bagged the role of Jimmy Brooks when he was 15, and he somehow still earns money from it today, even though it's been more than a decade since he first played the role. Admittedly, one of his last paychecks from starring in the hit series was for a measly $8.25, but it definitely all adds up over the years. After Drake's run on Degrassi ended, he then decided to launch his music career, and it was at that point that he stopped being a regular boy with a cool job and catapulted himself into worldwide fame and fortune. In 2006, he self-released his mixtape, Room for Improvement. After that, he released two other independent projects, Comeback Season and So Far Gone, before signing to Lil Wayne's Young Money Entertainment in mid-2009. It was at this point that the world started hearing Drake's name more and more frequently. His first full studio album, Thank Me Later, was released in 2010, and it debuted at #1 on both Canadian and American album charts. The album quickly became certified platinum, and his next two releases, 2011's Take Care and 2013's Nothing Was the Same, did even better. He went on to win the 2013 Grammy Award for Best Rap Album and began to release more mixtapes. Since then, he's achieved quadruple platinum status for his album Views, has broken several streaming records, and has received more Grammys. No one can say that Drake has rested much throughout his music career, and his track record of success is quite impressive. The star also holds his own record label called OVO Sound. He launched it in 2012 after wanting to find his own outlet to release his music on. This is definitely another business venture that's helped Drake become the multi-millionaire that he is today. After that, he wasn't ready to stop and let his money flow start to taper. Nope. Instead, Drake announced that he was becoming a global ambassador for the Toronto Raptors, a professional basketball team from his hometown. Sure, this role involved a few elements of real work, like consulting services and redesigning the image of the team, but we imagine that a lot of the stuff Drake was paid for was more promotional activities and hosting festivals centered around the brand. But while some people might have thought that Drake was being paid for empty hours of work, the star stated that he actually took the role very seriously and was prepared to spend a lot of time on it. So no one can say that he's simply into the partnership for the money. But still, Drake wanted more business ventures under his belt, so he decided to go back to the drawing board and launch something that he personally enjoys: alcoholic spirits. He released his Virginia Black Whiskey in the USA in 2016. All of these ventures have put him in a very positive financial position, and Drake is thought to have taken home $94 million in 2017. Now that we understand exactly where Drake gets all of his money from, we can start to enjoy the other end of this tale, where he spends it all. And one area where Drake isn't afraid to spend his cash is on looking good. He's invested more money in shopping trips, stylists, and accessories than we could ever dream of spending in our entire lives. Drake reportedly spends over $30,000 per month on expensive stylists, plus thousands upon thousands more on clothing and jewelry. And flying stylists around the country includes more costs than just paying for their hours of work. It also includes paying for consulting services, hotel bills, plane tickets, and endless shopping expenses. The ex-stylist who spilled the beans, Michael Raphael, said that Drake hired him in August 2012 for consulting services at a monthly rate of $39,583. Services that included styling, clothing, and graphic design for Drake's company, OVO, brand direction, and photography. And not only do these stylists put the clothes on Drake, they also go on crazy shopping trips to source only the coolest pieces on the market. Obviously, there are extra expenses to pay that are all part of the lavish shopping habits that this star likes to keep up. He'll easily spend more than $1,000 at Nike or Diesel if he's looking for something in particular. And with his kind of income, why shouldn't he? With an expensive taste in clothes comes an equally expensive taste in shoes. But while most of us would maybe consider spending $100 on new sneakers, Drake went ahead of the game and dropped a cool $2 million on a new pair of kicks. Buying a pair of OVO Air Jordan 10s on eBay could run you a few $100s, but the versions Drake unveiled on his Instagram were one of a kind. They were made of 24-karat solid gold back in 2016. But that doesn't even begin to take into account how much Drake had to pay artist Matthew Senna to craft these gold memberish J's. To be fair though, these shoes were more a work of art than sneakers. Drake also once posted a handwritten note on Instagram from 2006 in which he thanked his mom for giving him money to temporarily fund his wardrobe. He's definitely right to say he's come a long way since then, and even though platinum records are the ultimate prize in the rap game, make no mistake, gold is still the precious metal of choice for this king's crown. The rapper is also a fan of Rolex watches and regularly posts pictures of them on his Instagram page. He has one Rolex that's worth $18,000 that he wore to Wimbledon, and he paired it with a bright green hoodie. But if he didn't impress with his choice of attire, his custom Rolex President Day watch is impressive enough on its own. It comes in 18-karat yellow gold and is paired with diamonds set in around the dial's hour markers. Drake also doesn't have just one Rolex, oh no, but he has several of them. His collections include a yellow gold model with a black Paul Newman-style tribute dial, and other models in white gold, Everose gold, and one with a diamond bezel. So, where does Drake store all of his fancy clothes, shoes, and accessories? In a huge closet inside of his massive mansion of a house. Drake knows a fair bit about the property world and figured out exactly what he wanted when it came to purchasing his dream home. He's already admitted on his tracks that he's a fan of material things in life. Not that that should come as a shock to anyone by now, and his house and all of its features reflect that. The Toronto native certainly lives like he's rolling in cash in his home in Hidden Hills, California, a gated neighborhood. Parked inside Drake's house is a seriously impressive collection of supercars, all of which cash in at a huge amount. First up is an incredibly expensive vehicle that's a must-have for car lovers around the world. Because would any serious luxury car collection be complete without a Bugatti Veyron? Possessing the super rare 2010 Saint Noir edition, Drake spent $2 million plus on the car. But that's not the only way Drake gets from A to B. You might remember Drake's Bentley Continental GTC V8 from his music video for Started from the Bottom. Though that wasn't his car, Drake has been pictured driving around in a similar-looking Bentley, the Continental Super Sports convertible. In 2015, Drake purchased another car, the first S-Class coupe-based Brabus in North America, a truly powerful car. And to round off the list is Drake's Lamborghini Aventador Roadster, a custom Rolls-Royce Phantom, and a super rare McLaren 675 LT. And with all of this hard work comes an awful lot of hard play too. As you might have noticed from his music videos, Drake is a big fan of parties. This rapper knows exactly how to make it rain. He once unleashed $50,000 into the air of a club, which he literally threw up into the air from a cardboard box. But before you think that Drake is careless with his money, keep in mind that he spends a lot of it on helping people too. Drake's music video for God's Plan made waves, but not just because it topped the charts. Rather, it's because the rapper gave away the project's entire $1 million budget, which he chronicled throughout the video. The 6 minutes of the music video featured Drake handing out stacks of cash to people on the street, delivering toys to the children of Miami's Lotus House, surprising a family with a brand new car, and providing a scholarship to a student at the University of Miami, among other acts of kindness. And that's not where his financial help ends. He was once tapped taking a hotel maid on a shopping spree and footing the bill for an entire grocery store worth of shoppers. So while he earns a lot of money, Drake certainly does a lot more than most when it comes to paying it forward.